Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Superwoman from the Crime Syndicate. This is a Starro B.A.F figure. B.A.F figure. How can he speak today? B.A.F figure. This is the Build-A-Figure for Starro. So as always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box. So this is the front of the box looks like. The side. The back. And you can see here we have Ultraman, Superwoman, and then the next one, I believe it's Owlman. The other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure with the accessories. Alright, let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. As always, you do come with a card, so this is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with a little mini or baby Starro. Pretty cool. Pretty detailed. I do like the design of it. And this is how the back looks like. The sculpt is very, very good. And of course, it does come with the Build-A-Figure. This is probably going to be the main portion of the Starro. And it kind of gives you an example of how it's going to look like in terms of height. So this is how it looks like. Again, pretty detailed. The sculpt is a lot of fine detail on this Build-A-Figure, and this is the biggest piece. Alright, and this is how the back looks like. Again, very, very detailed. Look at that. That material, the texture material, very, very good. And this is where the other piece from Ultraman looks like. And I'll actually assemble it so you can see how it looks like. And I gotta say, the Build-A-Figure for Starro is going to be pretty darn big. It's almost as tall as her. Again, we're still missing two other parts. So you can kind of get an idea how tall Starro is going to be. And I'm digging, I am looking forward to it. So, yeah. So, if you need a Starro, you need to get this one. And, of course, it does come with the regular stand, and she's on it right now. So, let's take a look at the figure itself. So, the head sculpture is very good, very clean. I do like how her hair is kind of covering a little bit of her eye. It gives it an extra style to it, which I dig. I do like the hair color. It's black with a little bit of like a dark blue. Unfortunately, some of the blue went onto her ear, as you can see here. It's probably just my figure. It's not that big of a deal for me, in my opinion, but for others, I can see why. Overall, head sculpture is good. The paint's good on her lips. Her eyes is good. I do like that they're straight eyes, not side eyes. No offense, McFarlane. Head articulation, very good. Oh, very limited in terms of up and down. Left and right is pretty good. So overall, head sculpture, good. I dig it. The paint's good. Articulation's not the best in terms of going up and down, but side to side, you can work with it. Now, shoulders, articulation, good on both sides. Elbows do bend, very good. They do twist also too a little bit on the bicep. You can twist them a little bit, but again, it's pretty stiff, so probably just my figure. Wrist articulation. Oh, my camera can pick it up. There we go. You can, but again, it's a bit stiff right now because it's a new figure, but I'm sure with a little bit of warm water, it'll be perfectly fine. So, articulation on the arms, very good, and I dig it. Nothing too much on the arms, very simple, very plain. I can see why people may not like it because all the holes here, the cut here, it does kind of, I don't know, it kind of looks messy. Here's the back, how it looks. The back looks clean, very muscular here. It's also indented as well too. Hopefully my camera can pick it up, but if not, it is a bit indented, so it gives her more definition on her back. So the arms are good. There's nothing too much to the paint. But then again, even in the comic, Superwoman from the Crime Syndicate, her costume's nothing extravagant or anything. So it is what it is. Now, in terms of the upper body, I like that Superwoman logo. The material here, the texture, it would feel like it's leather, but it's not, obviously. But it does make it feel like it's leather. Very, very busty. Even the back, it's only on the lower back. Articulation and torso is, yeah, very, very, very little bit. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now let's take a look at the lower body. So on the back, you see a little cape here. She does not skip leg day because she has that big, huge butt. Articulation of the legs, good. knees, good. They do bend. Ankles and toes. So her legs are very, very good. One thing I like about her legs, though, that they're painted and a little bit of the sculpture design, but you can see like the muscle tone, which I really, really dig. Hopefully my camera, here we go. You can see the muscle tone. You can see like she's very, very strong and thick legs. Not compared to the Wonder Woman that we got for the Wonder Woman from Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. I'm sorry, Gal Gadot. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Essentially, the Wonder Woman that's played in the DCEU, where that figure has scrawny, winny legs. This one has thunder thighs. Look at those. Very defined, and I dig it. I'm showing it because it looks really, really good. The paint looks good too, how it's light here in color, and then it gets darker in tone here, and also tier 2. So it gives it that tone. Here we go, right here. So it gives it that look and the appearance that she's really, really thick thighs, and she does. And I dig that, and I wish McFarlane did more of this kind of style and paint and sculpture onto more figures that show a lot of leg like this, because it gives it that extra flair, gives it that extra toughness to it, I guess you can say, and boldness to it. And I gotta say, I dig it. Now, in terms of the paint or anything on the legs, again, apart from this, everything else is very simple, very similar to the comic, nothing too crazy. I do notice, though, that the paint's very good into the thighs, but once you reach under, almost under shin, I should say, excuse me, it just very solid paint, nothing too crazy. So that is unfortunate, but overall, I gotta say it's a good figure. And nothing too bad, nothing too crazy. If you're familiar with the Crime Syndicate, most likely you probably purchased it already. And if not, highly recommend reading about the Crime Syndicate. They're actually pretty, really cool. And I gotta say, for this figure alone, I dig it. I like it. I do like the thighs. I'm telling you, if you see this figure in person, you're gonna notice the legs. Because again, that paint, the airbrush, and also a little bit of the sculpture, it makes your thighs look very good. Even right now, if you can see on the legs, it makes you look very, very beefy and buff. And I dig it. I think that's a good design to this woman, Superwoman figure. And I would highly recommend getting this figure, especially if you want to build Starro. Now, like I said, I did mention I was going to build this portion of it. So this is like the main piece for Starro. And this is from the Ultraman, the Target exclusive one. So all you do essentially is, see the holes? Line them up. So this is how Starro is going to be in terms of how tall he is. Let me see if I can clip it on. There you go. Perfect. There we go. There you go. And it's just going to show you how Starro is going to be in terms of how tall he is. Look at that. He's going to be very, very tall. He's already taller than her. We're missing the 2 arms. They go here. And the last but not least is going to be the legs. So we'll see how it's going to look like. But overall, I think Starro is going to look very, very cool. Great addition to the DC Multiverse waves. And of course, it's going to look great when having it all built up and then with the Crime Syndicate. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this figure? Do you plan on getting this figure? Or are you ready to purchase Superman from the Crime Syndicate? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So this includes an overview of Superwoman from the Crime Syndicate, and on to the next one.